Hello everybody and welcome back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. You might be thinking, man, didn't you beat that game? Well, yeah, I did. But, of course, there is still, like, a lot of achievements. 65 out of 143. I'm not even halfway there. And a lot of them are related to just some extra stuff that is a part of the game through DLC that we have not done. So I have ran over my controller, which is a problem, but we're gonna do blood ties. Please, chair, how did you get even worse into my controller? Cord. Just give me my fucking cord. I literally lifted my chair. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you keep loading. Stop it on that. Lift a chair up. Oh my god, what? Just anything but this. Oh my god. Okay, well, fix the controller problem.
Final notice to Lara Croft, current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Love, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared, and given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, love. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor, somewhere. Dad's safe. Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Alright, so this is basically going to be like a whole bunch of collectibles things. So I'm going to make sure that we're going to bump some of this up, because I had it lower for when I was playing Expeditions. So yeah, we're going to do a lot of collectibling. So we'll start here.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Jump over that chair.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia, and apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond, and she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
Oh.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start.
Oop. I also want to see 54 relics, 40 documents, and 20 murals. That's a lot. That's so many. Holy shit. Alright. Well, we're going on a bit of an adventure today.
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
That doesn't do anything? Okay. It's just like a, hey, you could have looked in here for things. Thing.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
Get it? Come on.
This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
What we got in here?
One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. But I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Let's pop these open first. There's a little book.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
And nothing right there.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the prophet.
I didn't mean to exit out, but you know what she was gonna say. Alright, looks like we got this room done.
The door to the library.
Let's go to the library. It's locked.
Locked.
We'll figure that out
Got to be
later.
another way. This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages. Through. Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt. Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Okay. Let's open this up. Nothing? Alright.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be borrowing your sword this time.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
I'm not
Awesome.
surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Another master key situation. Oh, this is super creepy. Oh, the rat kind of scared me a little bit.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
Well, that's not good. Everybody fighting. Oh.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
You think? Why is it trying to scare me? I'm just collecting documents.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Awesome.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
With that out of the way.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
Awesome.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Can I open any of these? Oh, yeah, I can. I need a crowbar. There's a lot going on in this.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. Two roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
Alright. Is there another thing on this side? Nope. We got you. Move you. And then grab you, and then move you out. And then we're good to go back around.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Alright. Do a little roll.
Dad, this is it. The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there. See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The keepers of knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
So I think this gets me the thing.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
get to that
water
head?
damage from the main hall above.
Wait, so is this the main way? I want to go the way that's not the main way in order to discover the most things possible. I don't see anything over here. Okay, let's go this way.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Cute. So that's one of the traps. Oh, that was where we were. Okay. I was thinking that little basket would fall on me. Aha.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Were you that bad of an explorer you never finished your expedition as a child, Laura? Is your hair blue now? No? Just kinda looks like it. Alright, can I save? What is survival guide? Huh. Alright guys, we're gonna stop the episode here. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace out and goodbye.